The day you stopped reacting was the day you won. You felt it. That moment, everything in you wanted to explode, and you didn't. That's when it changed. You think power is fire, loud, violent. Real power is the man who watches the fire burn and doesn't blink. You've been a slave to your emotions. You let anger write your story. Let fear speak on your behalf. Let desperation choose your path. Every time someone provoked you, you danced for them. Reacted, explained, defended, like a dog barking at shadows. You call it passion. They call it control. Because they controlled you. They knew the right words to cut you. They knew the right look to shake you. And you gave them what they wanted. Your peace. Your time. Your focus. You gave away your edge. Every reaction was a leash. Every outburst a collar. You thought being loud meant being strong. But steel doesn't scream when it's forged. It hardens in silence. It survives the fire. Pain taught you the truth. Betrayal didn't break you. It revealed the noise in your heart. Loss didn't destroy you. It exposed the weakness in your grip. Failure didn't end you. It carved out the vanity that poisoned your focus. You've bled for things that didn't matter. You've argued to be understood by people who never listened. You've broken yourself to prove you weren't broken. They laughed. They watched you fall apart, not from the war, but from your own need to react to it. And then one day, you went quiet, not because you gave up, because you woke up. You realized silence isn't surrender, it's selection. You chose who deserved your energy, and most didn't. The world mistook your silence for defeat, but you weren't retreating. You were reloading. You stopped explaining, stopped proving, stopped answering, because you understood. Your success will rewrite it in stone, because silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Stillness isn't fear, it's power. Not reacting doesn't mean you didn't feel it. It means you felt it, measured it, and chose domination over disruption. This world feeds on fools who bleed too easily. You stopped bleeding. You stopped handing out pieces of yourself in the name of pride. You realized revenge isn't rage. It's excellence. It's peace. It's rising so far above them, they choke on the silence you left behind. You don't fight with children. You don't argue with noise. You don't swing at shadows. You let them talk. You let them guess. You let them rot in the pit they tried to drag you into. And when you win, you won't react. You'll walk past them like they never existed. Because they never did. Not really. They were distractions, tests, smoke. And you were the fire. The day you stopped reflecting, you became free. Free from manipulation. Free from needing to be right. Free from their control. You became your own master. Not a puppet of emotion. Not a slave to triggers. Not a machine that breaks at every bump in the road. Now you're calm, cold, calculated. And they can't touch you, not because they lack the strength, but because you no longer give them the target. You are not emotionless. You are emotion mastered. You are not silent. You are silence chosen. You are not weak. You are disciplined. And discipline terrifies the undisciplined. They scream louder now, try harder to provoke you. Because your silence is the loudest reminder that they lost. They don't want peace. They want attention. And you want results. So you grind. You build. You didn't disappear. You just stopped performing. Stopped putting on the show. Stopped dancing for their judgment. Stopped handing them the remote control to your peace. Because you finally saw it. Every reaction was currency, and you were spending it on fools. They pushed your buttons because they knew where they were, and you gave them the manual. But that's over now. You ripped the buttons out, rewired the machine. Now, nothing they say reaches you. Nothing they do touches you, because there is no entry point left. What they don't understand is this. Silence isn't the absence of feeling. It's the presence of power. You still feel everything. You just don't leak it. You contain it. You convert it. That fire inside you, you used to burn bridges with it. Now you forge weapons. Every insult, every slight, every betrayal, stored, logged, turned into fuel. You walk like nothing matters, but everything matters. Every word, every look, every move. You record it all and file it where it belongs, not in your heart, but in your plan. You don't forget, you just don't react. Not now. Now, you calculate. They don't know what to do with that. They feed on chaos, and you give them none, so they starve. That's the real win. Not proving them wrong with noise, but proving them irrelevant through silence. You could destroy them, but you'd rather outlive them, outgrow them, outdistance them so far they vanish from the frame, because you're not playing their game anymore. You're building your own.
You know who you are now, what you're after, and what it costs. That's why you're dangerous, because you'll pay the price, but only for what's worth it. And their opinion, their gossip, their outrage, worthless. You learn to stare into the fire and not flinch, to walk through storms and not tremble, to sit in rooms full of cowards and not speak, because you know time exposes everything, truth, weakness, strength. Let time do the talking now. Let outcomes be your voice. Let results echo louder than retaliation ever could. You don't explain anymore. You execute. You don't retaliate. You rise. You don't get even. You get distant. Every step forward is a slap to their ego. Every level up is a scar to their pride. Every silence is a reminder. They don't matter. You've shifted from reaction to creation. You don't waste time responding. You spend it building. Better body, sharper mind, stronger soul. Now when they speak your name, they choke on it, because the man they thought they broke, he never came back. You buried him, and something colder took his place. This new version of you. He doesn't seek revenge. He is revenge, not with fists, with presence, with control, with the quiet confidence of someone who knows. He already won, not because they lost, but because he walked away and didn't look back. You know the law now. He who reacts loses every time, but the one who waits, the one who watches, the one who prepares, he owns the outcome. That's you now. Steel under skin, ice in your veins, fire in your focus. Let them think you're passive. Let them misread your silence. Let them laugh while you build, because soon they'll choke on their own noise, and you won't say a word. You'll just keep walking, eyes forward, head high, hands steady. This is how warriors move. Not loud, not frantic, not reactive, but slow, deliberate, lethal, so remember it. Every time the world tries to provoke you, every time chaos knocks on your door, every time your ego begs to strike back, don't. Hold, breathe, wait, and smile, because you know the day you stopped reacting was the day you won. You talked too much. That's where it all went wrong. You gave them access. You gave them your thoughts, your plans, your fire, and they used it to burn you. You think strength comes from noise? From shouting your intent? No, lions don't explain. They act, then silence follows. You were weak because you needed them to know that you were grinding, that you were coming, that you were better. But a wolf doesn't bark at sheep. It waits, it watches, and when the time is right, it ends the threat in one breath. You got betrayed because you trusted too loud. You got mocked because you cared too loud. You got laughed at because you failed too loud. They saw your fall. They saw your pain. They cheered when you broke. And that's the truth. They want to see you lose because your rise threatens their illusion. Your work exposes their laziness. Your hunger reminds them they're starving. So they talk. They talk like talk is power. They post. They gossip. They pretend. All bark, no teeth. Meanwhile, you bled. Quietly. Alone. Unseen. You ate dirt. You swallowed shame. You got up when no one clapped. You became the man they'll pretend they never doubted. And now? Now the fire is inside. No more speeches. No more warning shots. No more needing applause. Now you move in silence, like smoke before the flame, like thunder after the lightning. You let the results speak in a language they can't mimic. You let karma do the talking, because karma doesn't forget. It keeps receipts, and it collects with interest. Let them talk. Let them guess. Let them lie to themselves. You've outgrown the need to respond. Their words are a currency you don't accept anymore. You don't deal in noise. You trade in scars, in time, in cold patience. You learned the hard way that not everyone deserves access. Not everyone deserves to know your next move. Most people want updates so they can sabotage you better. So now you disappear. Not in defeat, in design. Because silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Silence is the domain of those who don't need validation. Silence is the weapon of those who have seen too much to speak. Silence is the armor forged in fire. You don't warn people when you change. You show up different and let the silence make them uncomfortable. The man who builds in the dark is the one who controls the light. That's power. That's fear. That's evolution. They thought you were done, but the storm just went quiet. They thought you quit, but the silence was your training ground. They thought they won. But karma doesn't cash out early. They'll see it soon, not through words, through results. The new version of you doesn't explain himself, doesn't prove anything, doesn't look back. The new version doesn't react. He observes, he calculates, he builds, then he crushes. Let them doubt. Doubt is a gift. Doubt blinds your enemies to your arrival. They won't see it coming because you don't need to be seen anymore. Let them think you lost. Let them laugh. Let them flex their delusions. You've already won because the one who stays quiet owns the narrative. While they talk about you, you work on you. While they guess your next move, you make it. Success doesn't need to shout. It just shows up. In the bank, in the mirror, in the silence that follows your footsteps. You don't rise to prove them wrong. You rise because gravity doesn't own you anymore. You don't get revenge with words. You get revenge with distance, with peace, with power they can't reach. They'll look for the old you, the loud one, the reactive one, the one who needed them to see. But that version's buried, left behind like dead weight, burned away in the fire they started. You're steel now, sharpened in the dark, untouchable, unbothered, unbreakable. Let karma speak. It speaks in echoes, in empty rooms where your name used to be mocked, in silent mouths when your success walks in. The loudest thing in any room is presence, not noise, not words, just presence. Stand still and let it hit them, let it haunt them, let it humble them. You are not angry, you are not bitter, you are not loud, you are focused, you are final. You are done explaining. Let karma show them what silence builds. Because here's the law. The man who holds his tongue holds his throne. No one can argue with results. No one can gossip louder than a legacy. No one can block what's already written. They'll claim they knew you. They'll say they always believe, but silence remembers, and karma doesn't miss. So build in silence. Starve the ego. Feed the grind. Let your scars breathe. Don't waste energy correcting fools. Don't water dead plants. Don't announce your vengeance. Become it. Be the calm in the storm. Be the wolf in the woods. Be the fire they can't predict. Let the universe balance the scales. Let time expose the truth. Let karma do what karma does best. Because when it hits, it doesn't need subtitles. They'll hear it. They'll feel it. They'll remember. Not because you told them, because you didn't. Be quiet. Let karma speak loudly. Be quiet. Let karma speak loudly. Be quiet. Let karma speak loudly. They tried to bury you in noise, doubt, lies, laughter. And you almost believed it. You almost broke, almost explained, almost proved. But something deeper pulled you back. Not rage, not pride, disgust. Disgust with the part of you that still wanted their approval. Disgust with the part of you that thought justice had to be announced. Disgust with the weakness of needing to be understood. That's when it changed. That's when the noise stopped meaning anything. That's when silence became sacred. Because silence is not empty. It's loaded with patience, with precision, with power. You don't shout when you're about to strike. You don't explain when you've already won. They betrayed you and expected you to self-destruct. They mocked you and expected you to chase their acceptance. They walked away and expected you to crawl. But you didn't. You vanished. And that scared them more than anger ever could. People fear what they can't predict. They hate what they can't control. And they envy what they can't reach. So now you say nothing. You show nothing. You give them no flames to feed off. Let them imagine. Let them wonder. Let their guilt echo where your voice used to be. You don't owe anyone an update. You don't owe anyone your pain. You don't owe anyone your truth. Let them write their stories. Let them build their narratives. Truth doesn't panic. It just waits. You speak less now because you've learned. Most people listen to respond, not to understand. Most people support you until you threaten their comfort. Most people cheer for you until you outgrow them. That's why you move in silence, not because you're hiding, because you're focused. Your revenge isn't anger. It's evolution. It's the body they said you'd never have. The discipline they said you'd never build. The life they said you'd never live. They said you couldn't. Then watched you vanish. Now they refresh their feeds, hoping you fail. But you give them nothing. No slip-ups, no breakdowns, no drama to feast on. Just progress. Cold, unstoppable, unapologetic. Because here's the truth. They need your reaction to feel powerful. They need your attention to stay relevant. They need your energy to drain. You've cut them off, not out of hate, out of clarity. A man becomes dangerous when peace is more important than revenge, when he chooses purpose over popularity, when he lets karma keep score. Let them say what they want. Let them pretend they've healed. You've seen behind their masks. You've seen their weakness. And you don't speak on it, McGee, because you don't need to. Your life is becoming the loudest statement they'll ever hear. Let karma speak. Because karma doesn't post. Karma doesn't text. Karma doesn't argue. Karma waits. Then it hits where it hurts, when it matters, without mercy. The ones who played you will get played. The ones who lied on your name will taste their own venom. The ones who used you will get used, but not by your hand. by life, by truth, by karma. And when they come crawling back, you won't rage, you won't flex, you won't gloat. You'll do the one thing they fear most. Nothing, no response, no reaction, no invitation. Because your evolution made them irrelevant. And karma already did the talking. This is the price of betrayal. This is the echo of silence. This is the power of walking away clean. They expected you to fall apart, but you rebuilt in silence. They expected you to break, but you turned pressure into presence. You don't chase closure. You don't seek apologies. You don't collect fake loyalty. You let actions speak. You let consistency speak. You let karma speak. Because when you rise from the ashes, you don't explain the fire, you become it. And fire doesn't negotiate. Fire doesn't justify. Fire doesn't return to where it burned. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them regret what they lost. Let them rot in the silence you left behind. Their karma is watching you win. Their karma is realizing you never needed them. Their karma is choking on the silence that surrounds your name now. The best revenge was never rage. It was never destruction. It was never proving anything. The best revenge is thriving quietly, completely, unreachable. Because silence is where legends are made, where beasts sharpen their teeth, where kings reclaim their throne. This is the law. The man who learns to be still becomes untouchable, because stillness is not surrender. It's a stance, a signal, a storm before impact. And make no mistake, impact is coming. Let the doubters keep talking. Let the snakes keep slithering. Let the cowards keep pretending. You don't need to respond. You are the response. When they see what you've become, they'll go silent. And that silence will be loudest of all. Be ruthless in your discipline. Be cold in your decisions. Be quiet in your rise, because you don't win by shouting. You win by outlasting, outworking, outgrowing. Let karma level the field. Let results stain their pride. Let peace be your punishment. You're not the same anymore. You've buried the boy who needed to be heard. You've silenced the voice that begged for understanding. You've let go of the need to explain your worth. Now you just are, unmovable, unshaken, unapologetically silent. Let them run in circles, trying to reach you. Let them drown in the void you left. You don't hate them, you outgrew them, and that's worse. Because once you go quiet, they lose their grip. Once you go quiet, they face themselves. Once you go quiet, karma starts speaking. Louder than any insult, louder than any rumor, louder than any apology. And karma doesn't stutter. It doesn't forgive. It delivers. You don't beg for justice. You become it. You don't chase respect. You command it. And you don't raise your voice. You raise your standard. Let karma speak the words you no longer have to. Let your absence speak where your presence used to. They had their chance. They lost it. Now they watch in silence. Be quiet. Let karma speak loudly. Be quiet. Let karma speak loudly. Be quiet. Let karma speak loudly. Your evolution started the moment they laughed. And now they're not laughing. But you're not smiling either. You think strength comes from being liked, from playing nice, from shrinking to fit into the lies they built for you? You were never meant to fit. You were meant to fracture, to snap, to be crushed by the weight of their doubt and crawl out from beneath it with blood in your mouth and silence in your chest. You were soft once. Too soft, always explaining, always chasing, always begging the world to see you. But the world doesn't see. The world only watches. And they watched you fall. They watched you break. They liked it. They liked when you were small, when your fire was just smoke, when your voice cracked, when you swallowed your rage and smiled through it. They called it humility. They called it balance. But it was control. It was fear. You were a mirror. You reflected their comfort, and then you shattered. The betrayal came quiet, the way it always does. A missed call, a fake smile, a door that closed and never opened again. That's when you learned. They don't hate you. They fear what you might become, because they see the storm. They see the thing inside you that doesn't need approval, doesn't need permission, doesn't kneel. The thing that remembers every laugh, every lie, every time they tried to chain you to a weaker version of yourself. And now it waits. The death of comfort, the death of weakness, the death of your former self. You buried that self. No eulogy, no tears, just dirt and silence. And from the silence, something else rose. Not a new version, a weapon, sharper, colder, clearer, not reactive, calculating, not loud, precise. You learn to speak in action, to think in decades, to watch the room, not fill it. Because silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. You let them think you were gone, that you gave up, that you couldn't make it without their help, their praise, their network. Let them. You don't fight with your mouth, you fight with momentum. And when they see you again, they won't see you. They'll see the consequences. The silence they mocked became focus. The isolation they laughed at became obsession. The pain they caused became your fuel. You didn't heal. You adapted. You didn't forgive. You outgrew. You didn't come back to prove them wrong. You came back because you became the thing they can never touch. They have egos. You have evolution. Their pride is built on validation. Yours is built on evidence. They wear masks. You wear scars. They chase applause. You hunt results. They talk. You move. And now they feel it. The shift, the weight, the storm behind your stillness. They don't know how to speak to you anymore because you don't speak the same language. You speak discipline. You speak patience. You speak power. You became the person they swore you'd never be because you became the person they were too afraid to become. Let them gossip. Let them guess. Let them invent stories to soothe their ego. You don't correct lies. You replace them with facts. And the fact is simple. You evolved. They didn't. And now the gap is a canyon, unbridgeable, unforgiving, unspoken. They see your results and call it luck. They see your presence and call it arrogance. They see your detachment and call it cold. But you're not cold. You're precise. And precision is terrifying to the untrained. You didn't evolve to impress. You evolved to escape. To leave behind every excuse, every fake friend, every invisible cage, to kill every part of you that needed them, that waited, that hoped. That's the real revenge, not proving them wrong, forgetting they existed, not taking from them, but becoming something they could never reach. They wanted you reactive. You became ruthless. They wanted you needy. You became untouchable. They wanted you to break. You became breakless, and now you walk past them, not out of pride, but out of principle. You don't stop to gloat. You don't offer closure. You don't speak, because speaking implies they're still part of your story. They're not. They were the fire. You were the forge. They were the test. You were the lesson. They were loud. You were becoming, and now they sit in silence, trying to understand how the version they mocked became the version they now fear. That's evolution. It doesn't ask permission. It doesn't seek forgiveness. It doesn't explain itself. It just arrives. No warning, no kindness, only presence. You walked through fire without screaming. Now they burn with questions, and you give them no answers. Let them wonder. Let them ache. Let them miss what they never valued. You are not what they remember. You are not what they wanted. You are what they could never control. Their ego will rot waiting for your approval. Your evolution won't even notice. You didn't rise to prove them wrong. You rose because staying low was never meant for you. And now, you don't even look back because there's no revenge more pure than peace. There's no payback greater than power. There's no humiliation sharper than silence. You want to hurt their ego? Keep growing, keep rising, keep evolving until their version of you becomes a myth, a ghost they can't touch, can't match, can't kill. Because the truth is, your evolution will humiliate their ego. You didn't disappear, you descended into the dark, into the grind, into the quiet corners no one sees. While they posted, you prepared. While they talked, you trained. While they recycled the same weak patterns, you rewired your mind for war. And now, you don't chase what they chase. You don't want what they want. Because you know, if it can be taken, it's not power. They measure status. You measure sacrifice. They flash results. You endure process. They love crowds. You respect the cave. They want credit. You want control. Let them stack followers, fake smiles, fragile reputations. You stack discipline. While they spent energy on appearance, you became the thing they pretend to be. That's why it stings now. That's why the silence cuts them, because they feel the gap. But can't admit it. They can't say your name anymore. Not with pride, not with certainty, not with peace. Because your name became a reminder of their comfort, of your climb, of every warning sign they ignored while they laughed at your losses. And now, they hide behind sarcasm. They bury their envy in jokes. But the eyes don't lie. They see what you've become, and it burns because deep down they know if they had your pain, they'd still be broken. If they lived your process, they'd quit halfway. They couldn't take what you took. They couldn't build what you built because they wanted praise. You endured pain. They wanted results. You mastered repetition. They wanted an easy path. You became the path. And now you walk different, not because you're better, because you're beyond the noise, beyond the need to explain, beyond the reach of small minds. You evolved past ego. Ego wants recognition, but power wants results. Ego talks louder when it's losing. Power doesn't talk, it moves. That's the law. The more powerful you become, the quieter your presence. Because when you carry real weight, you don't throw it around. You don't need to. They ask what happened to you. You stopped performing. You stopped waiting. You stopped needing. You dropped every mask, every fake bond, every impulse to be liked. And in that silence, something ancient awakened. Not the boy who wanted to prove himself, but the man who doesn't flinch anymore. The man who outgrew apologies for being intense. The man who doesn't explain his boundaries, his goals, or his absence. Because absence is a message, and yours is loud. Let them wonder where you went. Let them regret every time they overlooked you, dismissed you, doubted you. This is what happens when you abandon the performance and embrace the pressure. You didn't evolve to fit in. You evolved to lead. Not with noise, not with flash, but with aura. The type they feel before you speak. The type they fear without understanding why. That's the result of real work. Dark work. Lonely work. The work no one claps for. The kind that breaks you, rebuilds you, turns you into something else. And now you walk into rooms with a stillness they can't decode. Because you're not interested in being understood. You're interested in becoming undeniable. Their ego needs attention. Your evolution requires solitude. Their ego builds identity from others. You burned yours down and rebuilt it from discipline. And now they can't access you because you're not available to the frequency of weakness. You tuned your life to a colder signal, one built on respect, not approval, silence, not noise, truth, not comfort. And that truth, you don't owe them a damn thing, not a reply, not an update, not even a glance. They had access to the unformed version of you. They misused it. Now, they watch you from a distance, confused by your silence. But silence is its own language, and what it says is final. Because in the end, you didn't just grow stronger. You became unreachable. You became what they told themselves didn't exist. Someone who didn't fold, didn't flinch, didn't fade. Someone who didn't just evolve, but evolve so far, it humiliated every lie they ever told themselves about you. Because that's what evolution does. It exposes weakness, not by attacking, but by outgrowing. It doesn't shout, it ascends. And that ascension, it hurts them. Not because you meant to cause pain, but because they realize they never even knew who you were becoming. While they judged your past, you were building your future. While they mocked your silence, you were sharpening your weapon. While they needed validation, you built something that needed nothing. And now, you walk like the storm, not loud, but absolute, not emotional, but inevitable. Because once you've buried your old self, there's nothing left to lose. No ego, no fear, no weakness, only mission, only movement, only the sound of your footsteps, steady, cold, undeniable. And when they hear that sound behind them, they'll remember every time they laughed, every time they whispered, every time they fed their ego off your humility. And they'll know, deep down, they chose this humiliation. They earned it because you gave them a chance to grow with you, to support you, to respect you. They chose pride. You chose evolution. And now, they watch. From the same place, doing the same things, telling the same stories, stuck in the same identity they never questioned. While you carry no identity. You burned it. All that's left is will. The will to become more, to rise past noise, to destroy comfort, to master self. They want closure. You give them silence. They want a version of you they can beat. You give them distance they can't reach. That's the lesson. The ultimate vengeance is transformation. Not confrontation, not explanation, just disappearance. You stop showing up where they expect you. You stop living in the versions they understand. You stop giving them the luxury of access. And the result? You become mythic. Not human, not flawed, but untouchable. Not because you're perfect, but because you don't react. You don't flinch. You don't need. And that stillness, it terrifies them because it proves what they always feared, that you never needed them, that you were always the one, always the fire, always the future. They just couldn't see past their own ego. And now they have to live in that shadow while you become what they can never reach. Because this isn't just a glow up. It's not cosmetic. It's not about status. This is spiritual. This is what happens when a man strips it all down and rebuilds from discipline and rage. The quiet rage of being underestimated, of being used, of being told to wait, to be patient, to play small. And now they pay, not in screams, in silence, not in confrontation, in absence, not in loss, in witnessing your rise without a single fingerprint on it. This is the power of becoming. And make no mistake, your evolution will humiliate their ego.
नजर देखा हुआ तुझसे प्यार, सोया ना पूरी रात चढ़ गया बुखार, तुझको पटाने में किया हद पार, तेरे चक्कर में खाया पापा से मार। लड़की तू बांग्लादेशी बम, मैं लड़का बंगाल का किसी से कम, दम है मेरा बात तो सुन, देसी रम है गिलास तो ढूंढ, सुन 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 सुन, लड़की तू ब्यूटीफुल कर गई चुल, देसी में लड़का दिखने में कूल, तेरे हॉटनेस ने मुझको जला के है रखा, मैंने पहले से फायर ब्रिगेड मंगवा के है रखा, धीरे धीरे मेरा वाइब आने लगा, प्रपोज किया सॉन्ग मेरा छाने लगा, सबके मुंह में मेरा गाना आने लगा, आने लगा, आने लगा।
लड़का मैं बंगाल वाला, लड़की तो बांग्लादेशी, घूमेंगे कलकत्ता में जैसे हो पीला टैक्सी। लड़का मैं बंगाल वाला, लड़की तो बांग्लादेशी, घूमेंगे कलकत्ता में जैसे हो पीला टैक्सी।
कलकत्ता का मिष्टी है खाने में टेस्टी है, दो जन का दोस्ती यहाँ पर टेस्टी है, आइसक्रीम नहीं जो पिघल जाएगा, शादी कर लिया अब किधर जाएगा, जिधर जाएगा उधर जाएगी, घूमने जाओगे पुचका खाएगी, तीखा पुचका मुझे तेरा टेस्टी लगे, तुझसे अच्छा मुझे तेरा बेस्टी लगे, हाय 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 नखरा कमाल, तेरा देसी है बवाल, मुझसे प्यार करती है मत कर सवाल, कातिल हसीना मैं पूरा कमीना, पीछा ना छोड़ो कर दो मुश्किल जीना, टीना मीना चंपा पारो दिल मेरा गया अयो मारे, अरे 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 छोड़ो मेरा कान मुझे दर्द कर रहा, शिमला के वादी में बर्फ पड़ रहा, बिना हेलमेट के आगे मामा डर रहा, जुर्माना भरा तुझसे प्यार करके, शादी किया तुझसे घर वालों से लड़के,